Hello everyone, Bill Molyneux here with Bill's Wargame World, and it's Saturday the 20th of January. The Baltimore Ravens are playing, so we're playing Ravenfeast. Little Wars TV produced Ravenfeast, and Greg and Tony and Miles and Keith, Josh, the whole crew there. And just so you know, I'm not affiliated with Little Wars TV. Get that out there right now. I do things with the Hawks and things with the Chuckleheads. So this Ravenfeast game is going to be totally different because, as far as I know, I may be the only one using old Marx figures from the 60s. That's right, Marx figures from the 60s. Now, Jim Shaw and his granddaughter painted these. I ran several cool videos on the figures. Need to mention Josh Warliff, the great 3D printer king. He made me my archers because the Marx play set contains no Viking archers. Now, we have a cool scenario set up. And if you're wondering where Goober the Traveling Bear is, he is actually in his Ravens football uniform and helmet and all as a mini running back helping the Baltimore Ravens today. And at the end of this video, we will have a picture of Goober in his Ravens uniform at the football stadium. Yes, someone has taken him to the playoffs. God, I hope he comes back. So I have some pictures of him suited up to leave. All right, back to the game. We have our Viking ship, and our Vikings are getting off the Viking ship to raid this area. Now, I have no Ravenfeast type buildings, so I have this little area here where these figures are waiting for the caravan. Let's go take a look at the caravan. Okay, we have a caravan here, and I just sort of threw this together. So we have a couple carts, and their mission is to take the supplies and the extra cattle to this other group of Vikings, which are here. And then opposing them are our Vikings who are raiding this territory. They've landed their longship, they're unloading, and they're getting ready to raid. Pretty exciting, huh? So, point value wise, I did a rough test. They're pretty equal. My non-player characters will run when they see one of their Viking guys killed. So I have a couple people driving the carts and a woman. So I'm going to set up the camera. This should be a short game. I figure this video won't be super long. And please continue to watch my Wargame channel and my History channel. And all my YouTube money is getting donated to the American Friends of Lafayette for the next couple months. Alright, let's set up the camera. Okay, I think we could see everything. So we'll get playing here. Okay, let's do our, the red die will be initiative, rolling low, and I wrote snake eyes. Okay, our ship goes first. I'm hoping you can hear me. Here we go. By the way, we're doubling all our movement. So, that's our leader. There's our berserker. So there. So, we have an archer. Josh's superior archers. Okay. Okay. Well, Gotta tell you about this 54 millimeter Viking ship. Josh is actually working on a 3D printed version. I don't know if it will be bigger or smaller than this one, but this one I bought at Mr. John's Gettysburg Miniature Shop. Alright, so our Vikings have disembarked. They're on a raid, and we're going to go ahead and move our other Vikings. So this is different for me. I don't normally play medieval ancients. So we have no leader here. My scenario was this group was going to help guide the carts off the edge of this table here. And so they're coming this way. So we move them, and we have our carts. Now I have the carts only going 8 inches instead of 12. All right. So we have cattle coming along. Okay, I'm gonna stop and check our rules. Now, if you're wondering, we have an archer here. Here he is, 3D printed. All my archers moved their full movement of 12 inches. And remember, I'm doubling everything because I'm using 54 millimeter figures. And Ravenfeast is all over the internet on YouTube with Little Wars TV and their website. And so, we're going to do initiative again. And our Vikings on the raiding party are going first. So we'll go ahead and have them move. My archers are in the back. I think I'm going to form a bit of a battle line first. I'll do that and come back to you. Alright, my archers only move 6 inches, so they're going to see what they can do for firing. Their maximum range is 36. So we're going to try to take out that. There's a berserker out there. Let me get you into camera world. So my 2 archers are going to try to shoot that berserker. So I'm going to go ahead and resolve the die rolling and let you know what happened. Alright, so one of my arrows actually hit the berserker, the other one missed. The berserker gets what's called like a saving throw with his armor rating. And 1, 2, or 3, he got hit. So our berserker took an arrow, and I gotta check the rules. I haven't played Ravenfeast in about 2 years at one of the conventions. Alright, I needed to make sure there's a toughness skill, and the berserker does not have toughness, so he has no hit points. So he's actually dead, killed off by an arrow. He doesn't get removed yet, and everything is simultaneous. But unfortunately for him, he is dead. If he was an archer, we'd have him fire back. Alright, I'm going to stop the camera and move our other Vikings. Okay, my 1 archer, he only moves 6 inches. We'll point him out. He's right there. So we're going to have him fling an arrow. He needs a 1 or a 2. This game system, by the way, rolling low is better than rolling high. Pick a target. We're going to try to take out this archer. And I need a 1 or a 2. And that arrow just flew somewhere on a 6. Okay, well, we'll remove our dead berserker. They have we have no morale checks. By the way, there is a really cool rule where if you roll a 1 to hit and the person rolls their armor save roll and they roll a 6, it's a spectacular death, such as an arrow through the eye socket or a head decapitated. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative again. And this time, I guess the supply force is moving first. I'm going to go ahead and stop the camera here. And I'm going to move my carts and all. Alright, I've moved my figures up. And I have to move my Viking raiding party off the ship. And these 54mm figures look really cool. Jim Shaw and his granddaughter did a fantastic job on them. But we'll continue with the game. I do miss my Chucklehead wargaming buddies today, but with the weather and all, we canceled. So we're doing this in the basement. Okay, we have some dog barking, so if you hear that, we have 3 puppy dogs. Can't do much about that. So we're gonna fire our arrows. This archer here gonna fire here, and I hit him. And I have to look at my armor class with him. His saving throw is a 1 or a 2, and he saves. So that arrow was fruitless. The other 2 archers that are part of this cart unit, they moved too far, and they also have figures getting ready to form a shield wall at some point. We'll go over a shield wall later. So I believe we're going to have these archers fire. And we're going to aim for him and this archer. We'll shoot him first. 1 or 2 is a miss, and a miss. Okay. So we've had arrows flying around, and it's time for initiative again. I'll stop the camera. The Viking longship raiding party won initiative by rolling a 1 against a 3. We're going to go ahead and move those figures up, and we'll be going into hand-to-hand combat. And I think the archers may be suffering the ability not to be able to fire their arrows. Let's see what happens. I'm going to stop the camera for this. Okay. Very cool. I got to get 2 different colored dice for combat here. We have some arrows being thrown out. We have no arrows there. Okay, all the archers have missed. We have an archer being attacked. Now, I cannot pronounce these names probably very well, but the Bondi archer is being attacked by a Bondi. And a Bondi is got a shield and spear. He's attacking there. Needs a 1 or a 2. And he missed. We'll continue down there. He missed. Now, I have a berserker in green. Let's look at that berserker. So, this berserker here, he's really cool. He gets melee of 1 through 4s, 2 tries. He hit once, and the Bondi saved. Alright, so he actually saved. His shield blocked my Yar here, my leader. He rolled, and he actually hit, and he does. Let's see, he's fighting. So we have a death here. So this figure's killed. And he does not do anything back. So I'm going to stop the camera here and resolve the rest of these. I don't want you to be bored. I don't have Kevin and Walt and Joseph and Derek to help roll dice. Okay, I resolved our melees, morale checks. This is where we're at. The supply force have lost 3 of their Bondi spearmen shields and 1 berserker. And our raiding party lost 1 Bondi shield spearman. And that's where we're at. And it's becoming a mix-up. And I probably should figure out to try to have the same color figure clothing per side, because if I had several people playing this, I could see how the figures would get, people would get confused of whose is whose. Alright, not a real big deal. Let's continue with the game. I'm going to roll initiative and complete and do movement. Lots of fun here, little skirmish game. Alright everyone, I hope you're enjoying my Ravenfeast game. And of course, I have to keep looking at the rules and check for my mistakes, but I'm having a fun time before the playoff game for the Baltimore Ravens. Our Viking archers have moved full into the woods to get cover. Everyone else is really duking it out. I was going to try to build a shield wall where your defense goes up by 1, but that never happened. And our 2 Yars, the leaders of the 2 opposing forces, are now in hand-to-hand combat. And I believe they get 2 or 3 hit points. Yes, they have what's called a toughness. So, and their toughness rating is 3 hit points. So, now what I'm going to do is I have a lot of action going on here, as you could see. And in the future, I definitely need to put the same color or put a sticker underneath the poker chips, because if I had 6 people playing this, everyone would lose track of whose figures are whose, I think. Alright. I'm going to pause this and resolve this combat. Alright. Boy, that was I rolled a lot of 1s and 2s for a change. The cart, this first cart, they've run off. He's captured this cart. And we're going to say our peasant drivers ran off. And so 1 cart's been captured. Our Yar, the head leader for the carts, he took 1 hit. We have the berserker coming up on him also. Now this was a mess, and it was actually a little confusing keeping track of which figures were which, so I really need to fix that in the future with some kind of a tab or something, because it got confusing who was who. The archers could not fire, but these 2 are the cart, left of the carts, and everyone else here are from the raiding ship. Losses now, the raiding ship have lost 3, but the combined cart force, 2, 4, 6, 8, they've lost about 9 figures. So there is a morale tidy up thing at the end, and I believe I gotta check the rules on that, so hold on everybody. Alright, well, all Vikings test at 50% their warband losses, okay? So, I have a whole mess that need to check for that, and we are below that. So, okay, the cart Vikings have lost. I rolled a lot of 1s and 2s for the one side, and like 5s and 6s for the for the armor ratings. So these 2 would run off in fear, or whatever Vikings would do. And the carts are captured, and so they would be taking them back to the Viking ship. let's pause here. Hello everyone, this completes the game. We have the carts on fire. They've removed the supplies. They've taken what cattle they could take. I did not remove the cattle from my carts because they're glued to the carts. So, but we did smoke them. The Vikings are getting on board, and they're getting ready to leave from their raid. They captured one woman, and they have some cattle and supply sacks of grain. And the archers were they're on the dock giving cover until the ship is ready to sail off. Wow, that completes a Ravenfeast game, which took me an hour and 10 minutes, it looks like. I'm very, very rusty. I made several little mini mistakes, including the turn sequence system. Also, I don't think I checked the morale like I should have a couple times. However, it was very fun to get these old Marx figures from the 60s out playing. I need to say thank you to, I guess, start off with thank you to Little Wars TV and them for providing this free rule set on the internet. Thank you to Jim Shaw and his granddaughter for painting figures. Thank you to Josh Warliff for the 3D figures. And of course, we always shout out to Mr. John at the Gettysburg Miniature Toy Soldier Shop. And lastly, when you watch my videos, you are contributing to a historic site every month. And right now you're helping the American Friends for Lafayette. All right, stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and thank you for watching. And that's about it for now. And the Ravens will win, and hopefully with their mini running back Goober, they will have a victorious game today. And once again, this 54mm Viking ship came from Mr. John's Gettysburg Miniature Shop on Steinway Avenue. Stunning 54mm Viking ship. And I really think it added to the game. Really made it visual. So, oh my gosh, it's Goober the Traveling Bear. And he is playing as the mini running back for the Baltimore Ravens playoff game today. Thank you, everyone. Laugh. Life is short.